Today I'm going to teach you how to find an image in Google, save that image to your iPad, and then insert that image into a Google Doc. And also a few little things you can do to organize the image when it's in the Google Doc. So if you open your browser, Google Chrome or Safari, I'll show you how to do both, you are going to search for whatever image you are looking for. So if you're looking for a moose, you type in moose. And you're going to get a bunch of results. These results are not all images, as you can see. So we want to tell Google that, well, we want images. So if you look right beside where it says all in blue, it says images. Click images, and what you'll get is only images. And there's a bunch of things here we can do to filter further, like if you want a GIF, if it wants to be HD, or a certain color. I like to click labeled for reuse because then we are avoiding any copyright issues. This is a good habit to get into. So let's say we want to use this first image on the left here. We're going to select it, and then what we're going to do is we're going to press and hold the image, and it asks us to save the image. When we press save image, it's going to save to our photos. So let's do that. So automatically that will now be saved to our images. If you want to do this in Safari, it's generally the same thing. So let's say this time we want to find a beaver. Again, initially it's going to come up with all results, so we want to filter to images. It looks a little bit different, but generally the same. One thing I do like to do here is to get high quality images in Safari. You can say under Tools and then Size, you can say Large. And that gives us some really nice high resolution photos. So let's say I wanted to use the Architect of Biodiversity image. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to press and hold. And then I'm going to say Add to Photos. So now I'll have two images in my camera roll. So let's go out and we'll check in the camera roll. So you'll see I have the moose and the beaver. Perfect. So now what we can do is we can go in to Google Docs. I've created a document here just to do this. So you're going to go up to the plus tab and then image and then from photos. Let's start with the moose. Okay, so there's the moose. If I tap on the image, it's going to give it a blue border with the little squares. And what that lets us do is resize the image. So if we take one of the corners and move it in, we can make it a bit smaller or a bit bigger. If we take one of the side blue boxes and go in, it kind of squishes it. It doesn't look as good. So I'm going to go back. So it's nice to do it from the corners because then the ratio, the aspect ratio it's called, stays the same. Okay, there's our first one. Now, let's do another one. What's nice here is you see the cursor is blinking down in the bottom right. If we press return and return, that's where the next image is going to go. So insert image from photos. This time we're going to do the beaver, and it just jumps right down. So now we've got our two images, but maybe you don't want them to go there. So you can select the image, resize it. Now up here, you've got some menu options along the top. So if we wanted to center it, we could center it, click on it, and center it. If we want to take the image and give it a border, which kind of makes it look nice. So we're going to make it black. Perfect. And let's say we want to make it a bit thicker. Excellent. So that looks pretty nice. What if we wanted to create a little description? So let's say Canadian moose. Perfect. And then down here, the same with the beaver. Canadian beaver. Now we've got a nice description. Let's do the border again. So go up to the A, border color, black, back, and we want to make it 3-point. Perfect. So that looks pretty good. That's how you find an image, save an image, and insert an image to a Google Doc.